Hello, EDLS 732 candidates, Dr. Palermo with nominally your week 9 message. But before I charge into that mess, let me acknowledge here on March 17th, Tuesday of this week, life has changed due to coronavirus and spreading fear of a pandemic. I asked some of you when we were in class in Thomasville last week. John shared with me a little bit of a plan that Durham County had to carry on in the midst of widespread closures. So he was thinking about it already. I know that many of you have been thrust into uncharted waters, and it's very confusing and probably upsetting right now to be trying to serve kids when kids can't come to school. So um, we are going to have our synchronous Zoom meeting on Wednesday, March 18th. I'll send you an invitation and a link. But the big idea there for me is to reach out to you and to hear how things are going in your districts, to share some stories. Maybe we can share some successes and celebrations, and maybe some best practices and ideas. We're going to carry on. Gardner Webb is going to carry on with distance learning, which as you shelter in place and isolate, I hope will be an effective learning tool for you. We're going to carry on doing our Blackboard sessions weekly. I may up the number of synchronous Zoom classes that we have so we can stay in touch. This will affect your evidences and the gathering of work when you can't get together to collaborate with people. Please don't do that against the better advice of the health experts. But maybe we can up electronic collaboration as well in some of the ways that we discussed last weekend too. So there's some readings this week. This one about principles of instruction is by a fellow named Rosenshine, excuse me, Barack Rosenshine. Take this paste this link in a new browser window, and you'll see it's a great little article about 10 best practices, research-based best practices for instruction. And I'd like you to spend a little time reading that. And then come on over and check out Hattie. John Hattie has been around for a while, and his landmark study of 252 of the greatest influences, positive and negative, on student instruction and achievement, is interesting reading for you. So after you've looked that over, after you have read Rosenshine's Principles of Instruction article, then tackle a little bit of thinking and writing around the ratings. And yeah, that's what I want you to do there. Now, I've revised, since we met last week, I have revised the assignment calendar and basically pushed back dates as we think about perhaps completing the semester online. I don't know. I want you to try to keep up with those submission dates, and I think I will probably up my one-on-one Zoom meetings with you to debrief the formative pieces that you submit to me. So try to keep up with this revised calendar, the due dates for submission of both the formative pieces, where I'll give you a lot of feedback and ratings and try to help you improve, then the summative, which will be a one-time that I put a stamp of grade on it. And those will be both, to me, both in Blackboard, and then at the end of the semester, you will submit these same combined evidences, A, B, C, D, into TaskStream. Now, y'all got a good start on A. We'll have to keep up with B, C, and D. And you can help me think about this a little bit, but I'm thinking of perhaps altering or adapting C to describe some of the distance learning plan in your district's delivery of instruction to children during the pandemic. How are y'all coping with those who do not have computers and internet at home, what's going on in your district to serve these children, serve the teachers too. What's being done to serve teachers, help them in online instruction, and help provide equity and access to students at home. So again, part C might take a slight left turn here with the current situation, but perhaps address another different kind of pressing need for better digital access, better online learning. I'm not sure just what those things might look like, but this is certainly curriculum and instruction, folks. It is what do we want the kids to know and learn and be able to do, and how are we delivering that instruction? The pandemic changes things, so your evidence might change too to reflect that, but we'll make it work, and I promise that we will make it work for you this semester, whether we're meeting face to face or not. So there's where we're going for the rest of the semester, and it is time for you to give me a look at, a peek at your CIIP Part B, which you should submit here for formative feedback. And then there will be tabs in each week where items are due for the summative feedback as well. Your summative will be due this week as well. So March 24th. March 24th is the end of week 9, and I'd like to see a CIIP B for formative assessment, and the A should be in final form by the end of the week. Try to keep up with that stuff, please. God bless you. God bless the things that you're doing for the children. Look for a link, please, for a synchronous meeting Wednesday evening. We had this one on the schedule, Wednesday the 18th. What time is that? 6 p.m., I think. Thank you. See you then. Hang in there, folks.